Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Lehmann. Today for math we're going to do lesson 6-5 and today it is subtract tens. Remember before we went on vacation we were doing adding of double digit numbers and now we're going to do subtracting, but we're going to start with just subtract 10. So I wanted to show you a couple things here. In this subtract 10 we need to keep in mind place value. And what I want you to keep in mind about that is that numbers are divided into place value of tens and ones is what we're working with today. So when subtracting tens, the number ends in a 0. So there are no ones. So today when we are subtracting tens, there won't be anything in the ones place value because all numbers that end in 10 end with 0. So we need to just think 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, etc. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. You can practice counting to 120 at home as well. So let's go over this. On this lesson, the first thing we're going to talk about is subtracting tens. So when you see your pages today, you're going to see some words and numbers that look like this. I'm going to grab a marker here. So this says 8 tens subtract 2 tens. So we need to think of this as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And we need to think of this as 10, 20. So this is 8 tens subtract 2 tens. So what's 8 subtract 2? Good. 8 subtract 2 is 6. So our answer there would be 6 tens. Let's look at the next one. 4 tens subtract 3 tens. So we need to think of this as 10, 20, 30, 40. Subtract 10, 20, 30. 40 subtract 30. 4 tens subtract 3 tens. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 10 is our answer there. The last example that I have for you right here is 5 tens subtract 1 10. So we need to think of 5 as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Subtract 1 10, which is 10. So this is 50 subtract 10, or 5 tens subtract 1 10. 5 subtract 1 is 4. Good. So our answer here is 4 tens. So that's the first part of the lesson. It goes on to talk about subtracting tens, but then it does it with numbers. So it's important that we remember place value. So if we go back to that very first page I showed you, place value is tens and ones. So if we look at this, 40 subtract 20, we need to think of it in place value. 40 subtract 20. 4 tens subtract 2 tens. We'll start by subtracting the ones, but 0 take away 0 is 0. Good. So then we would be dealing with the tens. 4 take away 2. So you can see 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, take away 2. So if I was to do that, I would have my 4, and I would take away 2 of them. And that leaves me with just 2. So 0 subtract 0 is 0. And 4 subtract 2 is 2. Great. So 40 subtract 20 is 20. Let's look at some more examples. So to review, we need to think of these as tens and ones, place values. Step 1, you subtract the ones. 0, take away 0 is 0. Then we're going to subtract the tens. 4, take away 2 is 2. Great. So 40 take away 20 is 20. Here are some more ones to practice. 50 take away 30. So we need to, in our mind, think of our place value ones and tens. So we're going to subtract the ones first. 0 take away 0 is 0. Good. Then we're going to go to subtract the tens. 5 take away 3 is, you can either have 5 and take away 3, or you can count from 3 up to 5, 3, 4, 5, or you can do it in your head. 5, 4, 3, 2. So the answer is 20. Let's do the next one. 0 subtract 0, because we're going to do the ones first. 0 subtract 0 is 0. Good. Now, 7 subtract 4. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Because I subtracted 4. See how your math facts are going to come in so handy? Because I know you've been working hard on learning your addition and subtraction math facts. So for this last one, we have 60 take away 10. Again, you need to think of your place value, tens and ones. So subtract your ones. 0 take away 0 is 0. You got it. And then we have 6 subtract 1. This time I'm going to count up from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can use any of those strategies. I like to memorize my math facts so that when I come to a problem 6 take away 1, I automatically know it's 5. This is going to be today's lesson on subtract tens. I hope you understand it, and if you don't, have your parents feel free to contact me and we can work out a meeting on Zoom or some other way, FaceTime or something, so that I can help you more. Have a great time doing math today.